Hello all. Welcome back to my channel Mind Ocular. I'm Mahalakshmi Sampson. I'm a counseling psychologist and a life coach for personal excellence. Today I want to talk about something that is incredibly important for all of us to consider. It's about the regrets people have when they are near the end of their lives. Now this may seem heavy, but these reflections can help us make a wiser decisions today that can teach us how to make better choices, prioritize the right things so that we can live our life without the weight of what if I could have done that? What if I did not do this? And so many other things which will help us not to end up our life with regrets. These insights are great teachers as well. When you look into it, they are all missed opportunities, but they teach us deeper truths about our values and priorities. So, when we choose to recognize them, we are actually choosing a path that leads to less regret and greater joy. Actually, when I came across these five regrets by Bronnie Ware, who had spent a lot of time in the palliative care with people who were just between 3 to 12 weeks before they passed away, and having meaningful conversations with them, it reflected so much also on the values that I carry with myself, having lived in a joint family for almost 4 decades or little more, and having spent time with elderly people, understanding them to serve them. Then I thought this is something that I need to share in my YouTube channel so that it can serve people who are looking for guidance and insights on it. So, the first regret, if you look at it, it is I wish I had lived my life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. So, if you observe this closely, one of the biggest regrets people express is not living authentically. And what does it mean by living authentically? It means actually listening to your heart, understanding who you are, understanding what you really want in your life. It could be about healing your relationship with your mother. It could be about your spouse. It could be about giving very good education for your children. It could also be about having a pain free body and many more things. But it is very important for us to know what do we want in our life so that we can build our life, make decisions in our life around that so that we get there. It is also about understanding where we are not ourselves in our life so that we sustain what we have in our life. So what I mean is where we are choosing to show up to the outside world as who we are not. For example, it could be the moments where we want to say a no, but actually we are saying a yes. Where we want to spend more time with our children, but we are choosing to take up more of work assignment. It could also be about showing up to the world as very successful and confident, but actually, inwards, you feel you're bankrupt or you are maybe financially weak and you're scared, but you're not showing up to the world as who you are. It is about maybe you're acting stronger when you're feeling weaker, right? And all these things, if you look at it, these decisions or these choices we make, right? How do we feel at that time? Are we feeling powerful, or are we feeling powerless? If the choices that we are making in our life are from a space of being powerless, then we are not living an authentic life. But if we can make choices which we may like or we may not like, but the choices which is right and true to the values that we have in our life, and from a place of powerfulness, then we are choosing to live a very authentic life, right? And these are the moments of what ifs. What, when people are in the end of their life, what if I I showed up as how I wanted to show up? What if I would have taken that decision? All these things comes up in one of the school programs that I attended a few years ago, where I was invited as the chief guest. One student from 12th standard, he raised his hand, and when I asked him what is about, he told me, "Ma'am, I want to become a football player, but my dad is very particular that I do engineering and I study in this college. Because of this, I ended up studying this course. In fact, it is very expensive, and my dad is paying so much. I don't know how to convince my dad. Can you please help me convincing my dad?" Actually, if you look at it, this child has already traveling in the space where his dad wanted to be, but his heart is somewhere. It's very important to have a very frank and detailed discussion with a concerned person, so that this child, when he grows up, when he lives a full life, and when he is at the end of his life, when he looks back, he feels that he has lived a very authentic life. Otherwise, when the decisions are taken just because the unquestionable authority in our life are pushing us to take it, and we choosing it because we are in a helpless situation, maybe the destination is to earn well and live a good life, but are you happy doing what you want to do is something very important. And are you aware of the consequences even if you don't do well? So these questions, when it is asked, and decisions are taken based on that, then we are making choices to live our life authentically. So what we can do to avoid this regret? Ask yourself, are you living for yourself or for others? It's important to take time to reflect on what you truly want in life, and make decisions based on your own values and not what others think you should do. Even if you are in a position where, or even if you are in a space where you are taking a decision based on what others want you to do, it should be out of your acceptance, out of your authority, so that the decision is authentic to you, right? um, in other words, it's about leading your life authentically rather than giving your life for others to lead it. Yeah. So the second regret that people have when they are near the end of their life is that, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Many people regret spending too much time focused on work at the expense of their health, family, and personal happiness, which means we actually play different roles in our life. It is about an employee, it is about an employer, it could be about the role of a father, mother, children, sister, brother, whatever it is, right? Are we having a proper line drawn between our roles? If we are not going to have boundaries like that, then what would happen is, the role that we are focusing, the role we are considering is very important, the role which brings us more money, that can feed all our aspirations, would overtake all our other roles, will actually come in the center and take the center stage, and all other roles that we play would lose its importance and would be thrown out. But actually, the other roles that we play, when it is given importance, right, it could bring a lot of happiness, joy, a sense of belonging, fulfillment in life, which our work alone may not give. So it is very important for us to ask a question to avoid this regret at the end of the life, is that, how much time am I dedicating to things that truly matters to me? Choose to prioritize quality time with your loved ones and take breaks to recharge, to have self care. And sometimes, even if it comes at the cost of losing some work opportunities, it's very important that you take care of yourself and the purpose that you have for all other roles, also. Right? When you choose that, the possibility of you having the regret that I wish I hadn't worked so hard um, may not rise at all, right? So the third regret, if you look at it, it is I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Many people regret not being more open about their emotions. Maybe it's about their love, it's about their vulnerability, or even standing up for themselves. And 90% of the decisions that we take in life is taken from the emotions that we experience at that point of time. But what are these emotions? Are they originally, belong to you, or it has been given or pushed on you by someone? Have you built the courage to express the emotions that you are experiencing? And why I'm saying that is, it is very important to practice being more open with those around you, so that you can ask what you want, you can express what it is about, and then from there take decisions from the power that it gives you. So, what you can do about avoiding this is ask yourself, what is stopping me from expressing my true feelings? It could be about your limiting beliefs, it could be about the fear of rejection, it could be about your worthiness, it could be about I am not good enough. But choosing to be authentic and vulnerable and rising above all these fears would help you create deeper and more meaningful connections. The fourth regret is I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. As life gets busier, it's easy to lose touch with your friends or with our friends. But in the end, many people wish that they had more of an effort to nurture those relationships. Actually, we are not giving the importance that we have to give to friendship. I really liked the dialogue in the movie Oh Baby, which actress Samantha acted. In that movie, if you see, you know, uh, Lakshmi's son tells his son that, when he insults his mother, um, then he says, that is the child's father, tells him that it's very important um, that you keep your parents very happy when they are alive, because when they go away, the entire memory that you share with them also goes with them, and you may not have anyone else to share with it. The people who could stand secondary to that, or second in line to that, are our friends. When we make meaningful friendships right from the young age, even if you've lost it or not made it, it is very important to make it at least now. So these are the friends who would be very open to hear you out, and they are the resources who could hold the memory of what you did when you were a child, when you are a young boy, when you were a teenager. And that's a space, where you can be that's a space where you can choose to feel very safe and be a child. And that gives you a beautiful identity, which would help you to be very good or better in all other identities that you have in your other roles. So good friendships actually gives you good direction and help you to live a life that is full and meaningful, right? And these friendships are the second in line as a resource or a source of the memory that you can have from your childhood. So, what you can do is ask yourself, am I making time for my friendships? Schedule regular catch ups with your friends, even if it is for a quick coffee or a simple message saying, "Hey, I was thinking about you. I saw somebody who's just like you," or just having a call, for a few minutes actually would recharge you so well. Would put you into a space where you feel emotionally so happy, and your day would be made that moment. So it's very important that these small actions, when you do it, will ensure you maintain meaningful connections in your life. The fifth regret is about I wish I had let myself be happier. Finally, if you look at it, of course, this is the fifth regret. This is one of the most common regrets that people have. And they realize often too late that they did not allow themselves to be happy. In the race to achieve this goal, maybe it's a house or a job or a great education for children, or about having bank balance, in the space to run that race, many times we are surrounded by a lot of stress, negative thinking. It could be fear, it could be anxiety, it could be guilt, it could be shame, or it could be anything, a negative thinking coming from that. It's very important for us to take a pause and understand, hey, what's happening? Why is it I'm thinking so much negative? And where is it coming from? Identify that, and working on that will give you that permission to live more happily, to give yourself the space to be more happy in your life. And that will put you in a space when you ask yourself, what's stopping me from being happy today? So that you can live your life now fully. So, when you ask that question, the response that you get from you or yourself, right, will help you to challenge negative thoughts. And what does challenging negative thoughts mean? Actually, challenging negative thoughts means, asking or exploring whether it is true or is it an assumption. Are you looking at what is truth, or what is or are you looking at something that is an assumption? If you are looking at an assumption and still feeling negative and experiencing fear, anger, guilt, or shame, right, whatever it is, then that is the biggest injustice that you can do to yourself. So ask yourself whether what you're thinking or feeling, is it true, or is it an assumption, and challenge your negative thoughts through that. Then practice gratitude for what you have. Many times we think about what we don't have, but are we recognizing what we have? What we focus grows. And if we can focus on what we have, then what we have would grow. And that gives a great opportunity to become more happy. By doing so, you can make an effort to feel happy and add more happiness moments in your life every day. Because happiness isn't a destination, but it is a choice that we can make every day, including today. Right? So, by choosing to make these changes, what does it get you? It gets you a life that is aligned with your true self. It could be the one that's rich with meaningful relationships. It could be one that gives you personal fulfillment. It could also be one that gives you genuine happiness. And it can be a combination of all the three also. But what is more important is when you make these choices, you're making the choice to feel peace with your choices, knowing that you lived authentically and intentionally. And it's also give you the choice, rather than looking back in with regret or in regret, you can look back on your life with a sense of gratitude and pride when you work on these 5 regrets and see what you can do about it today. So now I want to encourage you to take action, and this action has to be taken today. So reflect on these 5 regrets and think about which one regret resonate with you the most. Start making small intentional changes in your life that reflect your true desires and your true values. And there is no need for you to wait till the end of your life to start living a life with no regrets. You can begin right now. So if you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights on living a meaningful life. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What is that one action that you're going to take today so that you avoid regret in your life later? Drop a comment below and let's have a conversation about it. Remember, it's never too late to make changes that lead to a more fulfilling life. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.